I just recorded loads and then checked it back and I obviously hadn't pressed the button, so that was a waste. I've forgotten exactly what I said. Anyway, let's start again. Yeah, brought the toolbox through. We've got concrete floor in here, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to get up to it if I'm over to, rather than Tina, can you get this out the drawer? Can you get this fourth drawer down? And anyway, toolbox is in here now, so I've just got to go through, sort the drawers because everything's a mess. So get everything organised. We know where everything is. 2 thumbs up. Knocking the tripod now. Most important thing in the workshop, we've got the music sorted out. Radio version, not the best, but it's the only one I could find. So that'll do for that. Remove the compressor. While it was outside, we drained it. You know, get the old rusty water out. The drain screw was a bit of a problem going back in, so PTFE taped that up. That seems to have done the trick on that. It's not leaking anymore. The workbench is going to go here, but at the minute all the kitchen's sat there. So until we get the kitchen done, Dad, bit of a hint there. No rush. We'll get the kitchen out of the way, get the kitchen fitted basically, and then we'll see about getting a workbench in there. I can get the backdrop on it, get all my tools hanging up nicely, get some lighting in here really. I've put up some LED floodlights. One of them's packed up already. That's what you get from buying cheap rubbish off eBay. The other one's still working, but it's not really doing a lot. So plan is get some proper lighting in here, get some proper power rather than extension leads. I'm going to get an electrician round and see if they can run a big feed from the fuse board, which is just in the room there. Have a proper, I assume they can do it because they ran a big feed up to the kitchen for the cooker. So if they can run a big feed through into the here so that we can run the sockets, and hopefully if when I'm using the welder it doesn't affect the house too much. We shall see. So that's that. We've brought the metal cutting bandsaw through. Can't really use that at the moment. Well, we can use it, but it's not really set up where it's going to be. The pillar drill, when my dad comes over next, I'm going to ask him to give Tina a hand to lift the pillar drill off the... I made a concrete base for it, concrete blocks, and I was going to fill it all up with concrete just to be nice and strong. But now the pillar drill's too high, so take 2 courses of blocks off, lower the pillar drill right down so it's at a nice workable height for me, and that'll be that. So there's a couple of tools in the other workshop that will be coming through, like the wood bandsaw. What else is through there? I think that's it. I think we've got everything through here. The welder, the press, we've got the pipe bender, metal cutting bandsaw, pillar drill. Yeah, that's about it. Also, I've got my toolbox through here now. All my air tools and electric tools are over there. So we're gradually getting there, and then the plan is when the workshop in the other side is all done, then at some point we'll concrete the floor in there. Hopefully once the floor's concreted, we're going to partition off a little room and have all the gym equipment in there so that I can do my exercise in there rather than having it all set up in the dining room, which isn't ideal. That's about it really. It's been a bit of one of them funny days where I've not really got on with much. Lack of motivation, so must try harder. Anyway, let's crack on and tidy up some shelves. prune, some mini bell peppers, and I think these are Tolly, Italian sweet peppers. We'll take the ripe ones off and that'll give the other ones a chance to ripen up. Quite a nice looking pepper. They're not spicy at all, these are just sweet peppers. Mini bells. They're a bit small for doing anything with. But Tina's going to blitz them up in the machine and use that as a base in some of the sauces. Neighbours are noisy today. I want to stop that. Some of these are a bit small. Oh yeah, we can bash them up in the sauces and what have you, can't you? Aperitif. I've got aperitif. So there you go. Quite a good little haul. Over to Tina now to do something with them. Well, I can't get to them. Gardening update. Next year we're not going to do cornichons or gherkins. Probably won't bother with cucumbers, and possibly not bother with the peppers. The reason being, the cornichons didn't come too much this year. But before they got ripe, they got huge, and Tina did a couple of things with them, and I didn't particularly like them, so we won't bother with those. Cucumbers, it's nice to do them, but we've had 2 cucumbers off the plant so far, and it just takes up space. When you're limited on space, you should grow the things that you can't get hold of easily in the shops. Peppers, cucumbers and cornichons are pretty cheap in the shops, easily available, so we're going to concentrate mainly on the tomatoes. We'll still do the tomatoes and the chilies. Yeah, I think that's right. We'll probably still do some melons. We've got melons growing over there. They seem to be doing quite well. But that's our thoughts on the garden so far at this point of the year. Planning for next year. So forward thinking and all that lot. I know. Doesn't come easy for me. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. Here we see Tina, the hunter-gatherer, pillaging tomatoes for her survival.
Should be right for a little while.
Yep. Here we can see her being very stealthy through the bushes, trying to go unnoticed. If we look very carefully we can see her through the undergrowth. Here Tina is showing the usual characteristics of a hunter-gatherer. This is normally a nocturnal habit. How she sees the tomatoes are red at night time, I don't know. Perhaps her vision has acclimatized to the night time and she sees different shades of grey.
All sorts of shades of grey.
As long as they're not grey peas.
My name's not Mr. Manager.
Oh yes, don't miss that one.
Could be the difference between survival and not.
That's it. Survival of the fittest. It's quite amazing how she uses a colander for a tomato receptacle. How they do that in the wild, I have no idea. What are you going to make with these tomatoes?
These at the minute I'm just going to dehydrate until they're ready for either more sun-dried or pastes,
Oh,
ketchup.
dehydration is the way to go then.
Yeah, but not for you.
Sorry?
But not for you.
Why not for me?
You need to drink lots. Stay hydrated.
Yes.
I've got a couple of tiny little ones right up the other end.
And here we see her out in the open, risking life and limb, looking over her shoulder to make sure there's no predators. The savages that are the dogs are over there in the sun. In fact, no, they're sat in the shade, watching the world go by, posing no threat whatsoever.
As usual.
Look at that for a haul of tomatoes. Very nice. Well, that's about it for today, guys. We've got a guest coming for dinner tonight, so Tina's going to be cracking on with her speciality, or one of her specialities, chicken and sweet potato curry with naan breads. So that will be very nice. Very nice. So, neighbours are so bloody noisy. What? Move to rural France and get some neighbours live next to you. Luckily, we don't hear them very often. They've just got people around today, so it's always a bonus. But they're not out of hand, so yeah. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up. It always helps the channel. Subscribe to keep up to date with other videos, and I'll catch you in the next video.